I mean, it's your episode. I mean, you're the one that's going to be editing it. But this episode has no substance whatsoever. It's just me being confused, and you guys are all in some big inside joke that I have no knowledge of.
Moose shit! Welcome to Moose Shit, where we spout bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my determined daredevil, Koob. How are you doing today?
Pretty good.
What the fuck? Hello?
What's going on? You went to AC, right? How's that?
Hello?
Bro, honestly, I'm still hungover. That's why
Hello?
we have to record at 8:30.
Hello? Hello? You didn't mention me?
So when'd you get back?
Bro, I got back at like 1:30. Just knocked out. as
Hello?
soon as I got
Wow.
home.
But you won big, right?
Oh my god.
I lost like $160. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Actually, no. I hit a parlay when I was down there. That was for 150 that I forgot about. But like in the casino, I lost 160. On the parlay, I made 150. So like,
Hello.
down 50 bucks.
Hello. So that means you only really lost like $10, right? Because you had the
Yeah,
parlay.
like $16. It
Okay,
wasn't
not
bad.
that bad.
Honestly, I was up a good amount playing what's it called? 3-card poker. And then I just sat there for too long. The dealer started flopping some absolute nonsense. And then I just had to get out of there. And I was like, God damn it, I lost all my money. But I did have some nice food. We also walked. Bro, I got extremely hammered the first day. I'm not gonna lie. I had like 4 cups. So the way
Hello?
the way my boy's dad makes the sangria is you take the sangria, right? Like you just buy the one from the liquor store, dump some of it out, and then how much ever you dump out, you basically just fill the rest with liquor, which like for the white sangria was vodka, and then for the red it was whiskey. But like that shit, it just hits. It's mad good, and it's just like extremely strong. And I had like 4 cups of it the first day, and like 2 beers, and like a couple of other things like sake. I think we had because we went to PF Chang's, and it just ended up being bad, bro. Well, like we stayed up till like 6 a.m. that day though. We were just walking around the casino.
So you were there for 2 days?
2
Or were you
days.
there for
Honestly,
longer?
I regret it. Like I had no idea before I was going that it was 2 days because my friend's birthday that it was. He just said I thought all of us thought he said we're going Friday, coming back Saturday, but like at the end of the day Saturday. So we're like still gonna spend the day on Saturday, but just not the whole day. So, but then he was like right before we left, he was like, "Yeah, we're staying Friday, Saturday, and then we're coming back Sunday." And then we had to change the plans right before we left because one of my friends had to be back on Saturday, and the other one had work early Sunday. So one of them ended up leaving middle of Saturday, and then one left early Sunday before. Like we checked out at around 11, and then he left at like 5 a.m. to drive back. So
Okay. Not bad then.
Hello. Hi.
how was
My
your
day
I
was
went to go
good.
watch Dune with
Thank you for asking.
I went to go watch Dune with
I had pizza.
Moose Jr. today.
Pretty good. I tried a new pizza
dude?
spot.
Really?
Hello?
Yeah, I felt like it, so he was like asking to go to watch Dune Part 2. Like I didn't watch Dune Part 1, so he's like sent me like I didn't realize that I was on Max. I probably would have watched it earlier. But like it's weird because I watched Dune Part 1. Oh my god. I watched Dune Part 1 and
Hello.
I didn't really like it that much because I felt like it was giving off like a lot of white
stupid.
savior.
I don't want to say the word that I'm really thinking. Hello. Hi. Why am I being excluded from this episode?
I don't know anything about Dune other than that
Musketeers
Timothy Chalamet
on
is the fucking
I'm supposed to be on here. If we look at the Excel sheet, it does say Al on this episode's name.
So like I watched so Dune basically it follows it's sort of like Game of
Okay.
Thrones is sort of. It follows like a bunch of different houses and them all fighting over one planet called Arrakis. And I didn't really like part one that much because it was giving off a lot of like white savior vibes. But then part two sort of was able to like reconcile a lot of that. It was like I felt like part two was pretty good overall. I'm sure if Moose Jr. eventually comes here, the third part of this podcast, he'll talk a little bit
The
more about it.
fifth.
But
I am 3. In fact, I'm 2.
yeah. Right now though, it's weird.
Moose
'Cause
is a
I
stupid
have like
idiot.
family.
I hate Moose. I hate Moose. He lives in.
Right now I have family over, so it's not like I can like sit in my room regularly. So right now I
He
have to
His family is at his apartment.
so, so right now I have to sit in my sister's
Good
closet.
luck editing this, Moose.
Moose, you would
What is
not
it?
believe.
Apartment, or something. That's where he'll be.
Moose, you would not believe the absolute nonsense the second day, right? So like we wake up in AC, right? Go down. I'm like extremely hungover. I slept on the floor because we had six people in a room, right? And I'm sleeping on the floor. Imagine this, like I go to sleep at like 6 a.m. and I'm back up at 10 o'clock after
Is there
having
some
all that
sort of
alcohol.
code word I'm supposed to be saying?
Bro, I could not feel my rib cage, bro. Like my ribs were just like non-existent. Like every time I turned or anything, I swear to God, my like whole torso just went numb from sleeping on the floor. We get up, we go downstairs. I'm like getting hangry because I hadn't ate anything since like PF Chang's, and I had done so much walking, so I burned off anything that I ate anyway. Uh, and then we reach downstairs, and then we see three different things. So first thing we saw was you might have seen it on Snapchat if you. So it was like the mug hoisting thing, where it's like you just have to keep your arm straight out, holding a mug full of water, or yeah, it was just water. And then we did that. Uh, I was with Meek, and I knew I was gonna lose, so I just automatically just put it down. After I beat the one random that was in our thing, I was like, after I beat the random, I was like, I don't really care anymore, so I just put it down. And then there was like like that mini basketball machine.
The mini basketball thing.
Yeah, like the one where like two people shoot against each other.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
I
It
will
was
play it
that.
again.
It was
Oh
that,
my!
and then what's it called? Me and CJ go against each other, and he scored 9 points. And like, mind you, like you get 2 points per shot made, and he scored 9 points in like 30 seconds.
Wow.
And I had 59, and I won. And they actually gave me like a nice DraftKings hat, and it was a champion DraftKings hat. It was actually really nice. I might wear it next time we hang out just to show you. And then the last thing was you go outside and you attempt a half court shot, right? 43 feet. I take my first shot. I like terribly airball it. I'm not going to lie. But I shot it like a normal basketball, right? Like I tried to actually shoot it. And then I remembered that I'm not Steph Curry and I'm not making a shot from, what's it called? From 43 feet away. Like I'm not going to do that. So then when
What?
I got up to throw, they gave us two shots. When I throw my second one, I throw it like a football. Bro, it was lined up perfectly, but I just didn't put enough power on it, and then I missed, bro. I was so upset. And if you would hit that, they would have gave you $500 of slot play for free.
Bro, what?
For it was like this what's it called? Basketball like half court challenge outside of the resort or outside of the hotel on the boardwalk. And then the thing is, they gave you like a slip, right? So like just so multiple people couldn't do it multiple times, but also once you took your shot, they put your slip in a machine, like like those rolling machines, and they'll pick something random out at the end, like like
Yeah.
a lottery, bro. They put ours in, and we were hoping that one of us, and then if they picked your name, you got a chance to take a shot to win $50,000.
What?
So think about it. There was like 6 of us, and then uh 2 other people that we knew came down for the weekend that day, or came down for the day, and they also took it. So we had 8 people in there going for this thing, but there was obviously like 400 or 500 entries in the thing. Bro, the guy that they chose, well, first of all, it was like 4:30 when they were gonna do it. They pick a name. It was a girl that, and she wasn't there, and you only have 15 minutes to get there, and she didn't get there in time, so they had to pick another name. They picked this old dude, and bro, bless him, but bro, he was ass. It was so terrible. He took his attempt. It was maybe like 30 feet off to the right. And it was, you know what the thing is? It was so hype because, bro, he had a jacket on. He takes his jacket off and he has like a Lakers shirt underneath. So you're like, bro, this guy knows ball. And he gets up there and just misses by maybe 40 feet. And the shot was from 43 feet. It was so upsetting because all of us were trying to dial in and like, we're going to hit this, we're going to hit this. But then that happened. And it was just so sad.
Man. But like before we continue, I just want to say welcome to welcome Moose Junior. I believe is still the name, right? Welcome to the podcast. How are you doing?
You cut out like crazy.
Sorry, I was cutting out in real life. It wasn't like my audio. I was like really just restarting the sentence every 5 seconds. But welcome Moose Junior to the podcast. How are you doing? Welcome,
Great.
Moose shit.
I am
Moose
great.
Junior. How are you? Glad you're doing so good. What happened in your day today?
I heard you went to see Doom.
Oh yeah, I did go see Dune.
Cool.
How was that?
How was Dune?
It was pretty peak.
Oh,
Seriously?
you
You're like,
excited
you
for
think that's
Dune
I think
2?
it was like
for
a
me to
8
watch
out of
it?
10.
Really? Do you?
Yeah,
I'm guessing you have to watch 1 to watch 2, right?
yeah. I sent Moose
Oh,
the link. It's all online.
I might have to watch
You
them, bro. I'm
sort of
not gonna
okay.
lie.
You don't necessarily have to watch part one. I guess like it's a lot of world building in part one. Like a lot of the action that you like, they sort of do a good job at explaining it in part two. I felt at least.
Yeah, there's a lot of world building.
I'll give it a watch, honestly.
Pretty fire. Critics love that movie. Got like a
Always Doom?
92%.
Wait, that's actually really good.
Before I left to go watch the movies, my sister was like trying to explain to me why I shouldn't be watching a movie at all. Because like a bunch of different reasons, mostly because of like the issue that I was talking to you about in the car, about like how it just felt like a white savior movie, like the first movie, and then like I said, I think they sort of corrected on that. But
Oh, she watched
Moose
it too?
Jr. told me no, she just knows about Dune. But Moose Jr. informed me that this is actually a 6-part book, which I hopefully just means one more movie.
6-part book?
They're like
Yeah.
6 books or something.
I didn't even know this was based on a book, to be honest.
It's a pretty old series actually.
Really. Maybe I gotta read the book before I watch the movies. Just kidding. I'm not about to do all that. I'll just watch the movies. So what else is going on, Moose? Other than doing anything?
Let's see. Ramadan has started, so it's just been a lot of that.
So there's just been
It's
one
been
other to
weird.
hang out, right? Because you hate
Yeah,
us
I
during
mean,
Ramadan.
not really. I mean, I was hanging out on what hung out today, and I hung out with Jason.
I'm doing pretty
on
good.
Friday.
I tried out a pizza spot the other day, and I was looking because I recently got a Switch, so I was looking into getting some different Switch games, and I was researching that. I wanted to get Overcooked because now Overcooked is on sale, and there's a Steam sale going on. So I was gonna get that because I thought that would be fun for all of us to play. Let's see. Let's get into the topic. Driving. Am I right, man?
Okay. So I felt like I don't know. It's just been a lot of me having to like wake up very early, so it's like really affecting my sleep schedule and everything. But other than that, I feel like it's been fine. Oh my god, it's been so difficult. I feel like I've been breaking every 5 seconds.
He's
Just
so
don't.
fucking funny,
Bro, he
bro.
called me.
Yo, he
He called
doxed
me.
everybody. He doxed everybody, bro. He gave out Moose's address like 4 times.
Nice.
Just don't interrupt him while he's talking because it makes the editing a bit difficult. And he's also filling up time for me for free, so that's fine with me. If he decides to come back, I'm not sure if he's gonna come back.
I just at him to come back anyway. I can just like acknowledge his existence outside of the recording, and then just when he gets back in, I'll just completely ignore everything he says.
I'll call him on my phone right now. Just ask him why he called.
Yeah.
Alex. You think he's crying right now?
Perhaps. He's like, my only friends will not talk to me.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to
Wow. Now he's
He said,
ignoring
"Go
you,
fuck
Moose.
yourself." He said, "Go fuck yourself."
Now he's mad. We can't do this without Alex.
It ruins the entire prank.
I know. This is unbelievable.
It's going so well.
Actually,
He said, "Can you try calling him?" Yeah, but like I felt like it's just a lot of me waking up. Oh, he's deafened. Why is he deafened?
Alex, please undeafen.
Alex.
Wait.
Alex?
Hello. Am I wanted yet? Hello.
Fortnite?
My God, the entire point of me sitting in this closet is so that no one out there knows that I'm recording a podcast. What was the point of this? Go away. Go away. Go away.
Why
Go
is
away.
Moose hiding out in a closet?
Why are you in a closet?
It's very
Because the
suspicious
entire point.
behavior.
The entire
I know why you're in
point
a
is
closet.
that so none of my other family members know that I'm recording a podcast. Because that's fucking cringe, right? And so now my uncle, the one person that my mom told that I have a podcast, just told everyone, wow, his entire family's here and he's just sitting in a closet recording a podcast. Thus ruining the entire point of me keeping this a secret. I hate your boss, Koob. I really do.
Yay! Yay! You just got exposed. And you're sitting in a closet, so
Moose
just
has
like
always
a-
been in
For
the
no
closet.
reason.
I know.
So funny.
Please stop.
Okay.
Please stop.
Anyways, driving. This has been me sitting in the closet. The driving force behind it was so I didn't want to know. And it's driving, okay? I'm not transitioning. It's driving. The topic today is driving. Tell me your craziest driving stories.
Mm.
For
Interesting.
example,
Hello.
do you guys like going on road trips?
Hello.
Because I feel like a lot of people, it's either road trips are either like a hater or love it kind of thing. Did he say something before?
Fucking
Like
left
before?
again.
He said
Damn
hello
it.
3
Okay.
times.
Like before he said hello.
Hold on. We can try to transition this into a different type of like trying to get him right now. Because we've already got him worked up. So if we could think of something on the spot of like we'll like actually bring him in. We'll be like, Alex, we're done messing around, but then we gotta transition it to something else that'll like we could just keep getting him with. Like switch it up in the middle of this recording.
He still thinks it's driving, but what's the actual
Oh,
topic gonna be then?
he just texted me. He's like, I'm walking my dog.
Is
Wait,
he joking?
we need to get him back.
He said, I'm walking my dog. Can you explain what this game is?
Oh my god, we need to get this idiot back before he leaves.
Why
Moves
is he
quick.
walking his own?
Quick, think of something that we can change to. Otherwise, he's not gonna stay in the call.
Another prank or like another topic?
Yeah, I mean, like another prank. I mean, we could keep it driving, but we just gotta.
Okay.
That's
Oh
maybe
my god. What else will mess with him? What if I just call him by his sister's name?
the whole
Bro,
time.
you
Yeah.
just want to say his sister's name.
No,
Hey,
no,
this
no, 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 no. This
guys,
is
this is being recorded. Moose, do you want this out there?
she's not listening. And if you
Okay.
are
then-
listening, I'm single. If you are
Please
listening there.
stop. Please stop it. Please stop it. You better start thinking because I just told him that we're done messing with him.
Oh
So
my god.
if he does come back, then we could always just like sit here and roast the shit out of him the whole time. But there's no real prank to that. It's just mean.
What if
What if we're dry the entire time and force him to be the entirety of the topic? We just say yes, uh-huh, mm-hmm, and then silence for the rest of it.
I like that?
Yeah, I'm good with that as long as he fucking joins.
He said he'd come back when he's done.
Mm. Okay, even if we weren't messing with him, like, couldn't this like wait like another 30 minutes? Why did he have to walk his dog right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Alex is standing up for himself. He's tired of getting bullied by you guys.
I know you're not talking.
I'm
Nice
so
guy.
glad that I kept the topic driving in like the schedule. Because originally I was just gonna write Al prank on Al or whatever right there in episode topic, thinking he doesn't look at this. But he did. So good thinking on me.
Do you want an award?
Elvis.
Yeah, if it's available.
There's no award. Sorry.
Did you see the stuff that queued up in like Nero? Pornhub
No,
intro
I just
music?
kept kicking it out as he was adding it. I kept kicking it out.
Okay. Very loud scream, full of passion, Pornhub intro.
Oh my God, Alex,
Full of
please grow up,
passion.
man.
Very loud scream sound effect.
I think
Nice.
that was the only one he got off.
Can this guy hurry up?
Isn't this a moose meal? Moose
I hope
from
this
Alex.
is. I hope this is
This
something,
gotta
some
be.
sort
I
of.
mean, he just broke the rules.
He clearly right because like he set the time. I didn't set 8:30. He said 8:30.
And also, he just left like the recording for more than like we've gone out of the recording, but we come back like in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
This
And
guy has
every
just been
time
gone.
one of us leave, he's always
There he is.
hi Al.
Yay!
Hey,
Yay!
buddy. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
How you doing?
Can you explain what the fuck that was?
Sorry.
Now, you need
Sorry.
to get to business because you took a 15-minute break in the middle of the episode for no apparent reason.
I don't
Anyways,
want to hear that. Can we explain what that
how
was?
was
Alex, you need
how
to
was
get to the
your
meat and
week?
potatoes of the fucking episode,
Well,
please.
Yeah.
well, I was trying to explain how I was doing, what was
How
going
was
on
that
with
new
me.
pizza?
But
How
I
was
don't
that
care
new?
about that.
Let's talk about driving, buddy. Can you give me a good story about driving?
No,
Alex.
Velvix?
Alex.
Alex?
no, I cannot.
Can't
Why
speak about
not?
anything in regards to driving.
What about that time the guy crashed into you and you started crying?
You got
I
into
don't
an
know what time
accident?
you're talking about. No,
When the guy
Uh,
rear-ended you?
I got rear-ended in high school. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh,
No. This literally just happened.
What?
Someone hit
somebody
your
hit
car.
you and run off?
Oh, I forgot about that. Right. Sorry. Um, yeah, I was on the South River Bridge one day, and it was really rainy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how when
Ah,
you go over the South River Bridge, it's like there's like a red light as soon as you go over it, and it was really
okay.
rainy, and then it was sort of a sudden stop. But I
Oh,
think I Mose, what the fuck are you doing?
nothing.
I don't
Can you
need
tell us?
your commentary.
Can you tell the story, please?
So yeah, I mean it was a pretty sudden stop, so I stopped, but the car behind me did not really stop and sort of hit me. It wasn't too bad, but it was enough to really like jolt me. And then because it was rainy, I couldn't really see what kind of color car it was, so I just pulled over to the Wawa right there. And then there never was a car that pulled that uh like the car never pulled over into that Wawa. So it was basically a hit and run. And I debated calling the cops, but I looked at the back of my trunk, like the back of my car, and it wasn't dented at all. But I'm glad I didn't call the cops because my registration expired, and I only found that out like 2 months later. So if I would have called the cops, they would have found out my registration expired, and I don't know what the hell that would have happened. What would have happened with that? But my car is okay now, so that's my story.
Pretty interesting.
Yay.
That was pretty whack.
Hey. Does anyone else
Uninteresting.
have any stories? I mean, what the hell is this episode? This is the weirdest episode I've ever been a part of.
I mean, Al, I just want to hear from you. Do you have another story?
Oh, now it's like a soliloquy for me.
I mean, we talked for 15 minutes when you decided to take a fucking break in
I
between.
did not. I mean, I don't know how you're gonna edit this episode, Moose, but so the audience knows I was completely being ignored for the first half hour. I don't know how long this episode's been going on. I left,
26
and now they
minutes,
told me to
33
come back.
seconds about.
Huh?
It's been going on about for 26 minutes.
Okay. What have we even spoke about?
I mean,
Well,
All
we
I
spoke about a
heard-
lot.
Koob's Atlantic City story, Dune, and my driving story, my one singular driving story. What is the path of this episode, Mose? Is this what you were imagining? Is this your big plan? Oh, all right, guys, this is the big plan. So we're just gonna ignore Al for the first half hour, and then tell him to come back, and then he's supposed to be just talking the rest of the episode, and that'll be really funny, right? And even though I don't have nothing to do with driving, and it's just about having Al be really mad. Yeah, okay, let me go text Koob that. Oh yeah, that sounds really fun. All right, Jason, let's get Jason on this too. That'd be really cool. All right, yeah, this is really funny.
We're trying to use you as like a lightning rod of ideas right now, but you're just
It's not
Not
my
help-
episode. I didn't choose this episode. Moose chose this
Yeah.
episode.
Al, I think you're probably like the funniest guy on the podcast, so I thought it would be
Okay,
a great
so-
idea if you told your story, and I thought that rear end story was pretty funny.
Okay. So now
Pretty
we went from
interesting.
completely ignoring me, and now you're sucking me off. I don't want you. I don't want any of those two extremes. Just a normal. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. But you know what? That reminds me of a story when I got blah 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 blah. That's how conversation flows. I mean, yeah, are we new to this?
I mean, I just wanted to get some ideas off you. So I was just kind of letting you take the lead.
Ideas
Yeah.
about what? It's not my episode.
I mean,
Can you stop getting
just-
so angry?
so if it's not your episode, you're just not gonna try, basically.
No. I mean, I just feel like we like somewhere to. I mean, I could talk about some other stuff.
You know what, Alex?
Go ahead.
Talk about some other stuff. Oh yeah, I'll give you that. You could talk about some other stuff.
Okay, but when I start talking, it's like conversation. So that usually means going back and forth. So I could say something like, "Well,
Don't worry,
I just
Alex.
saw."
Alex, listen to me. Don't worry. We are ready to go back and forth with you right now. You
Okay.
start talking.
I just saw on the news or on my TikTok feed a few days ago how Bernie Sanders is trying to implement a 4-day work week, a 32-hour work week, which would give us basically a 3-day weekend, and he was talking about how we've been so productive. Our productivity has really increased over these last century or whatever, and that we don't actually need the last 8 hours. And he's trying to propose a bill that would have it so that 32-hour weeks are standard. So, what are your guys' thoughts about that?
I think that's a really interesting anecdote, Al.
I think Bernie might be cooking.
I'm getting on fucking Fortnite. Jason, where are you at?
Alex, do you think you would be more productive with one less day of work?
I think so. I think I would, because I'm just thinking back to my internship. Like on Fridays, I didn't really do much anyway. And I feel like that's how most people are on Fridays. They're just waiting for the weekend, or they're trying to leave early, and it would just give people a third week because they're already 2 weeks. I mean, Saturday is when you do all the fun stuff, and then by the time you get to Sunday, you already have the Sunday scaries, and another day wouldn't decrease the productivity that much, but it would allow so much more excitement to happen in people's lives. So I think I would benefit from it, but I can't imagine it would ever go through the full way, because then you have to think about stuff like for example, if you're working at a restaurant or something, those are always open during the weekends. Why am I speaking only?
Do you want me to listen to you or not?
No, I want you to listen to me, but I just
Well,
feel
I'm not
like.
going to interrupt you.
What do you
He's just
think
trying
about
to
it,
be-
Koob? Do you
he's just trying to
okay?
be polite.
Okay. I'm done speaking for now. For now, I'm done speaking. What do you guys think of it?
All right. First of all, you're just fucking lazy. That's the problem. That's why you want one less day of work a week. But if you get one less day, aren't you concerned about getting less pay? Aren't you concerned about getting paid less?
No, well, the bill that he proposed said that the salary would remain the same. I'm not sure how that would work with wage workers. And I also found out that banks, by law, are not allowed to be closed more than 2 days. Did you know that? So, like, if
Wow. That's interesting. Didn't know that.
all right, can we give up this game? What the fuck is going on?
Can you
I'm
stop
actually-
being an idiot,
Al,
please,
I
Alex?
genuinely did not know that banks weren't allowed to be closed for more than
All
2
right.
days. I thought that was
Could
just a
we-
thing to make more
Most.
money.
When
Why?
when we were hanging out the other day, and I said, "Oh yeah, this episode's about driving," and then you were like, "Yeah, it's gonna be about driving," and you had this like you had this thing that you wanted to talk about, or thing that you wanted to lead into driving, some intro or something, and I was gonna ask, "Oh, what is it like? Like, what is the theme or whatever it's gonna be?" And you were like, "Oh, do you really want me to spoil it for you now?" I was like, "No, all right, cool, just save it for the episode," not knowing that the whole thing of leading into it is just gonna be ignoring Al and then having a soliloquy of Al speaking. I mean, what is this? Are you trying to see like how entertaining would the podcast be if we're just getting rid of Al and then just having you guys speak about whatever, and then we just bring him back and just have him start rambling on and on about nonsense that nobody cares about, when the point of a podcast is to have people go back and forth. Like, that's what makes it interesting, so you have different point of views. Although, like, nobody makes a one person podcast where it's just them spewing nothing. I feel like that's what I'm doing now.
You know, Al, you've brought up some really good points. I didn't think about it too much, but this is why you are the creative head of this podcast, really. Some of the best episodes that we have come up with, some of the best episodes that we have ever recorded, have come from ideas you've given. So really, honestly, truly, I am purely indebted in your creative mind. It's beyond
know.
anything that I can even comprehend, really.
Thank you, Los. Oh, I know. Thank you. It's not everyone can be as creative and brilliant and as intelligent
up.
and
Shut
humble
up.
as I am.
Humble is don't ever say humble
Bro.
with your name again. It's like talking to a brick wall. Like, you just have nothing to come back with. Like, you're yapping. There was like maybe like 3 words of substance in your whole yap session that you just did.
Well, the whole
Yeah, I
episode
think you
was
have
to
the
be about
biggest
driving.
ego ever.
I have the biggest ego. That's just a lie. I don't
I think that's a lie.
This
I never hear you ever complimenting yourself. You only actually there to build up other people, and that's something that only truly a humble man would ever do.
okay. I
Most
get it.
humble
I get
person I ever know.
I get it. When I was gone, you guys planned, okay, he's gone, but let's get him back and let's have it so that Moose is the sucker. He's the guy who just sucks. And then Koob is the guy who tries to redirect and tries to get us back on topic and just say, he asked that brief question about, oh, don't you think that would be lower in pay? Like, just try to get me to keep on speaking. And then I don't know what Jason's role is. I mean, I'm trying to play Fortnite. I'm on Fortnite right now, and this guy's not on here. And he texted me saying, "Let's go play Fortnite."
Would it really be hard to pull one over
Fortnite.
like you? I mean,
mean,
it's not
Al,
really that hard.
honestly,
to pull one over.
No. I mean,
But this is
nothing is
honestly
being
some
pulled over
genius
me. I
ideas.
am full aware of exactly what's going on.
No, honestly,
it's-
Al, these are some genius ideas. I probably should have thought about that. I didn't really come up in with anything like too special. But again, you're such a creative genius that you're just coming up with episode topics that aren't even happening right now. It's actually insane.
All right, driving. Okay, Mose, do you have any good stories about driving? Do you feel like you're the best driver in the call? What's the craziest thing that's happened to you when you were in the car?
I mean, I can answer the second question. The answer is no. I'm not the best driver in this call. The best driver in this call is Alex.
Yeah, I know.
And if you really think about it, the volume at which you drive all of us compared to like the number of near misses that you had, it's beyond anything that I've been able to achieve. And Koob and Moose Jr., they don't drive us around that much. So really, you are statistically the best driver.
Yeah.
True.
I'm just
Thank
not
you.
in the business of wasting my gas.
No.
Also, I feel like Alex hasn't drove us around anywhere in like the past year.
I mean, I haven't. But that's because Moose doesn't want to be driven because when he is in the car, he has to be in the front seat. Or did we talk about this already? I don't know if we did. But Moose,
We
he
talked
gets
about it in an
sick in the
episode
back
that we
seat because
lost.
he's a big pussy. Oh, that's right. Well, Moose, when he's in the back seat, he starts to feel nauseous or something. And that's why he insists on driving all the time. But we all think he's lying. And even his sister, we asked his sister, and even his sister said that he's lying and he doesn't actually get nauseous in the back seat. So that was all a lie, right, Moose?
Honestly, Al, I can't really pull one over on you. You really are the world's greatest detective. You're like Batman, you know?
This episode sucks.
Alex, you didn't like my AC stories?
I couldn't comment on them. I didn't even, I barely even paid attention to them actually because
Alex, when you watch a movie like in real time while it's happening, like are you commenting? Or aren't you just like enjoying the cinema that you're watching?
No, but in a movie theater, I'm not like trying to see if my presence is there or if I'm like invisible to everybody else in the theater. The whole
So
time I was like,
why don't you just
hello,
sit back and just
hello.
enjoy the story?
So I'm at that point I'm just an audience member. I'm just a listener.
I mean, sometimes you do have big ass ears. You think you'd use them to like turn on your listening ears every once in a while, but
I remember some parts.
giant ears and nothing gets inside. It's kind of absurd. Don't you
You know what
think?
else has giant ears? Elephants. And elephants are called the wisest animals on
Oh my god.
Earth.
What the fuck is this episode? I assume you're just waiting until we hit like the 45-minute mark so that you can say, oh, well, that's all for today. Well,
I mean,
what
you
is
want to
going
do
on?
that earlier?
I mean, it's your episode. I mean, you're the one that's going to be editing it, but this episode has no substance whatsoever. It's just me being confused, and you guys are all in some big inside joke that I have no knowledge of.
Alex,
and the whole point was to talk about driving.
Aren't you confused like every day of the week?
No, I'm not confused every
That's
day
not
of the
true.
week.
That's not true. He has two jobs. He's working one at the bank, and then he has one that he's gonna be working with a big coat factory, you know? If he was so confused, he wouldn't be able to get those jobs.
Exactly. That's why I'm so intelligent, and so I see right through your stupid act, your very odd, weird act of just making this episode nonsense. I mean, did you realize that? Wait a minute, maybe there isn't much to talk about driving, so let's just like make up stuff as we go. I mean, it's like how can I miss the inside joke? Like it's not like I was in the call before you guys even joined. But then you guys
That's
joined a
not
different call.
true. You were actually in the recording channel, and we're currently in the guest recording channel. So, like,
Yes.
those
But to
two
be
aren't
fair, he did not
the
know
same
Moose
thing.
Jr. was going to be on this episode. So
No,
you know,
I didn't know.
it's
That.
easy to
Oh,
say.
okay. So I didn't know
know
Bush Jr. was. No, I didn't. When did that happen? Because I wasn't there. So maybe the time that was planned is when you guys all decided for some
I didn't
reason.
even know he was going to be on either, to be honest.
What?
And maybe they were talking about it today when they saw Dune without
Oh,
you,
okay.
because
So
they
then,
didn't want to be around you.
yeah, but you were also included in this act too. So
Or maybe
I'm
I'm
excluded. Is that
maybe I'm just a
the
good
episode
listener,
name?
unlike you.
Excluding people?
Well, I
Is
don't
that the
really
best
like
you could?
excluding people.
Is that the
You know
best
what?
you could come up with? Excluding people? Really?
I mean, it's a
Can't even come up with something creative on the spot, bro.
episode.
Dude,
Yeah,
you
it's not his
suck.
episode, really. It's my episode, so I should be coming up with
Right.
something. But really,
So you're the
excluding
one that's
people?
supposed to bring up the topic, and all you
Yeah,
brought up
excluding
was
people.
driving. Just literally one single word.
Yeah, driving.
Yeah, what about driving? Do you like driving?
I like driving. I like long drives. I think long drives are. I know that you're moving far away. You're like, oh my god, it's gonna be so far away. But I actually like that 45-minute drive, because when I was working at the urgent care, that 45-minute drive was when I was able to listen to a lot of my podcasts, able to get into like the right headspace and everything. It was always a pretty pleasant drive.
See, look, you ask him a question and he answers, and you just got nothing to say. So whose fault is this really? Whose fault is this really?
Okay. Oh, you know what?
Like,
That's
what
really
kind of
funny that
guy
you say
asks?
that.
Like, who asks a question like Jason? Like, what did you think of Dune? And then after he's done, I just sit there and just don't even say anything.
That's really funny that you say that, because if this was my episode that I came up with driving, and then Moose asked me a question about it, and I start saying my 1 minute response about driving, and then he's got nothing to say, you would be like, "Wow, Al, this is really shitty episode. Like, there's nothing. Like, what is there really to say?" And I agree with you. What is there to say about driving? Okay, cool.
The
You
thing
like
is, with like
driving.
when
You
you
like
start
long
talking,
drives.
everybody just like tunes out because it's just so unbearable to listen to you. That's why, like, like the retention rate on this fucking episode is probably gonna be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
0%.
Is that going to be my
For
fault?
like the
Or is
first
that
like 30 minutes when you weren't talking, it'd probably be like 100%. Like, we might get to 100% throughout 30
Yeah,
minutes.
and you know
And then
why?
they're gonna
And you know
hear
why?
your
It's
voice,
because
and then they're
there
gonna be
was
like, "Nope,
three
gotta get off.
people.
I gotta
There
get
was
off
three
this.
people
No, I gotta get
going
off."
back and forth, having a conversation, and then with me, I feel like it's it's like I'm giving the mic to you, and you're just giving it right back to me.
You know what, Al, we'll restart this episode. That's what we'll do. We'll restart. Welcome to Moose Shit, where we spell bullshit. My name is Moose, and I'm joined by my determined daredevils, Koob and Al. Also joining us today is Moose Jr. How are you guys doing today?
No,
Great.
I am not
Excellent.
restarting this stupid episode.
Excellent.
This is over. This episode is over. Good
It's
luck
over.
editing this, Moose, because you're the one that has to edit this, and I don't know how you're gonna edit it to make it make sense, but the audience is gonna be confused just as much as I was confused this entire episode. I don't know if you're trying to do something different from a normal thing. I know we just got done with like the whole court case, and like that was different. So you're trying to make it seem like, oh, let's just prank Al, and then next week we're gonna prank Koob, and stay tuned in for how that's gonna be. So I'm not
points to
restarting this
Al.
episode.
6 points to Al. That was a great point. 6 points to Al.
Soak it in, buddy. This is the first time you've been right all of today.
Oh, is that it?
Now you're dumb. Yeah, look at
Okay,
you.
I
You
think
actually got excited.
we can pack it in. Okay, Al. Here's the deal. There was no game. There was no rule. There was no way that you would have been able to like have us change anything except for the fact that you left in the middle of this goddamn episode, which, oh my fucking god, you set the time. I don't know how you can just go on a walk in the middle of it. But fine. Today's episode was not actually
responded
about
to me.
driving. Today's episode was not about driving. Now, when is this episode coming out?
March 31st.
Okay, what's the day after?
Oh my god.
April Fool.
Dude, you suck. You suck. That was
What do
so
you mean, bro?
stupid.
Did you say? I know you're fucking angry right now. I can feel it from my house, from your house, right here. I can feel how angry you are.
God.
So that's how the audience is gonna know, because they'll know when this episode is coming out. They won't be confused. They'll be fine. But thank you for the concern for them.
Yeah, that because I knew, I was like, when you said it was driving, I was like, I could talk about like one time when you almost hit someone, but I didn't know if you wanted to bring that up. I could talk about that, and I could talk about how you're nauseous in the back seat, and I could talk about like one story of when I got almost rear-ended, and then that's pretty much it there is to talk about. There, like, what is there to talk about driving? So that's why I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have Moose try to lead the conversation. Maybe he has something interesting to say, because that's what he told me before. When you were describing me before, did you like what was? Were you gonna tell me?
When we were in the Taco Bell, and you asked me what's the topic, I looked at the schedule. I'm like, okay, let's see what holidays are coming up, because maybe that'll help a thing. And I saw that this episode was going to be released on March 31st. And so I said to you immediately, driving, because I knew that was a topic that we could burn for all the reasons that you said. But then afterwards, I told Jason and I told Koob what we were going to do. And that was the plan to, piss you off and prank you. The original idea was actually going to be just have you get into a fight with like Koob and Jason. But like we couldn't figure out any stupid topics for them to like really sink their teeth into. And so like about an hour before this episode started, we came up with the idea of just ignoring you the entire time.
But then you doxed us.
Yeah, why would you do that?
You doxed us and then you left
Let's
the
see,
episode.
Why would I leave?
So then Koob came up with the
which I'm not
topic.
acknowledged.
Because you're a third of this podcast, but okay. And so then we came up with the idea of just what you were saying, just let you do a soliloquy. And then after that, in the middle of it, Koob came up with the idea of me sucking you while he argues with you. So you pretty much hit the nail on the head with all of our ideas.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was April Fools.
But anyways, go have fun, you guys, or don't have fun. I don't care if you guys actually have fun, because you guys fucking suck. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.